Hey guys, AniMind here, and welcome back to another speedpaint video. As you probably heard or have seen in my previous video, I talked about the universe of my storyline before magic emerged, and today I'm going to be talking a bit more about normal laws of physics and stuff like that. Still a bit of geology and how these laws have to do with magic and how they're integrated. Let's get right into it. So basically how magic works is it's just normal energy. Magic itself is just the ability to use energy and conduct energy through the air, if you understand what I mean. So magic itself isn't really a thing. It's more of a rare kind of form of conduction. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, and how magic is conducted through the air is through magnetic fields. Strangely enough, so for example, well, this is now most magic, shooting out lasers, controlling things from afar. It doesn't include stuff like potions and stuff like that, which don't really exist, but there are of course remedies and stuff like that that work just like normal medicine does in the real world. But yeah, they just most kinds of magic rely on the magnetic field, and this magnetic field is now we're going to be talking about the Earth's magnetic field, because that's the only place that life has been discovered so far, and that's the only place where life has discovered magic itself. How it works is, in actual science, magnetic fields, such as the sun's magnetic field, can conduct energy, especially particles such as protons, electrons, and neutrons, which all carry energy, their own forms of it, but yeah, it's still energy. What happens is you more or less concentrate your energy and use the magnetic field to transport it. And rays can't go infinitely far along, because of course air resistance and stuff like that. Of course it'll be able to go further than normal rays would, because it's magic and it has more power, but arrows and other objects do. That more explains how it's conducted, not how humans and magical creatures can conduct it. And this is more of a genetic thing, and this isn't really that science-based, but I like how I worked this out. Now, I believe I said this in a previous video. If I haven't, this is the first time I say it in the video. Magic and crystals are like really integrated with each other. Crystals have the ability to crystals have the ability to trap magical energy within them, and that's potential energy. As soon as the crystal is broken, crushed, or under the way energy is extracted from it, it will give out energy, and it depends what the crystal trapped. Crystals can either be formed naturally, stuff like stalactites and stuff like that do form natural crystals sometimes. Diamonds at the core of the earth, and all these kinds of things contain magical energy. In non-magical eras, these magical energies are just dormant. They lie dormant under, I'm saying yeah a lot now, but once again, magical energy is integrated with crystals in especially humans and living organisms, because silicon-based life, or any life that has any silicon-based roots, can control magic. Other forms of life can't. Mostly carbon-based life cannot control magic. And the reason why humans can start controlling magic is because humans are intelligent. And they can figure stuff out like that. Some creatures have naturally fallen into the hands of magic and accidentally evolved with it, and that was an intelligence, so they didn't really control it. they just evolved with magic, and those are stuff like dragons and such. And then there are life forms that were originally silicon based, and they don't exhibit that much magic, because to them magical energy is just what carbon based potential energy is to us. But we humans use carbon based energy, potential energy, as fuel, and we can also use magical energy as a bit of a boost, and that these silicon based life forms can't really do that. You can't really do that to the extent that we can. So yeah, and if you go into contact for long enough with magic, magic is of course radiation, because it's energy, and of course radiation affects genetics, and this radiation will affect your DNA and make you give you genetic variations. For example, in my storyline, there are giants which fall under the mutant category, and what mutants are they are originally human who were just mutated basically by magic, and this category I quite enjoy. I haven't really made that many mutants, but they do exist. There's stuff like trolls, ogres, and stuff like that. Creatures that are usually quite considered ugly, evil, and stuff like that, because they have a humanoid shape, but they are not human, and I feel like that is what a human that mutated because of radiation would look like. Stuff like giants, they are actually controlled by dwarfs, and they are forced to mine crystals, salt, and gold. Salt and gold. Salt is because they are in a desert area, and in the times that they lived, salt was really valuable because there were no fridges. Gold was always valuable, and the reason why it was so valuable in the first place was because gold is a great conductor of energy, especially electrical energy, and thus also most kinds of magical energy. And usually you use gold to conduct energy out of crystals. Stuff like copper isn't as strong as gold is, thus it can't extract as much energy. It's a much slower line, and gold is the most conductive thing, natural material that can be used by magical creatures. Of course, these days there are much more conductive materials, and the more conductive it is with electricity, the more conductive it would be for magic. So yeah, just for future reference, technology can be integrated with magic, such as most natural things can. But yeah, and that's most of how magic works. Not really much else to it. It's basically electricity, most kinds of energy, and it exists in these different energies. But yeah, please subscribe. I need it. Leave a comment down below. Leave a like. Give me criticism about my drawings. Say what you think about them. What you think about a video. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.